I'm Rebecca Brandt, and today we're making Kentucky Fried Chicken with the 11 secret ingredient recipe. And I've done my research, and this recipe is going to be from frozen chicken to in a microwave air fryer, because now you can have a microwave that air fries. This is a copycat recipe that nails it. I've been messing with this recipe for years. I have a viral on how to make KFC in an air fryer. But that recipe was off. But with my diligent research, I fixed the recipe, and I'm going to use frozen chicken to make up for my past mistakes and everybody out there that made the wrong recipe. I'm sorry. I went by Wikipedia, which just wasn't accurate. I mean, really, don't we depend on Wikipedia? And then there was a recipe written down that was supposed to be from the family scrapbook. Well, that wasn't accurate either. And so with my collection of spices and studying all the recipes out there, I came up with these 11 secret spices. And they're all measured out, and I'm going to give you the recipe at the end so you can screenshot them. And I'm making this with frozen chicken because most households have frozen chicken in their freezer. Toshiba's Microwave Air Fryer is at the top of today's innovations. I've never seen a microwave air fryer oven in my life. It'll even have a combination where I could be defrosting and air frying at the same time, but my chicken was way too hard from the freezer. So I'm going to start defrosting my chicken. This is the only microwave air frying oven on the market I've ever seen. It has a cheat sheet on the top. And for frozen chicken legs, I'm seeing the code to use. So in they go. Press on, and then I'm going to put it on to 5 minutes for 4 pieces of chicken at 50% to defrost it. Go. It's ready. Oh yeah. And because I always want to hurry up and get to the finish line fast when I'm cooking, all I really needed was for the exterior of this to be wet and to absorb the coating while the interior is still frozen, and that's fine. It was only 5 minutes in the microwave, and I got what I wanted, kind of a wet exterior to soak up the 11 herbs and spices. Now I'm going to put the spices together. The ingredients for this recipe are done in tablespoons and teaspoons. There's a big difference. 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. The first ingredient is a half a tablespoon of salt, which is 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Or just eyeball it, which is what I've done with a half tablespoon of thyme. Half tablespoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. You don't want the oregano to take over the other flavors. That's why there's less oregano. 1 tablespoon of celery salt. That's a very special spice. Celery salt is one of my favorite spices to use in everything. It is so special. 1/2 tablespoon of black pepper. That was 1 full tablespoon, and that's 1/2 tablespoon of the black pepper. Black pepper can be bitter. 1 tablespoon dry mustard, 4 tablespoons paprika, 1 tablespoon garlic salt, 1 tablespoon ground ginger, and 1 tablespoon white pepper. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are the 11 secret ingredients in exactly the amount and quantity of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Colonel Saunders was one of the very first innovators of using this white pepper in recipes because it's less bitter, it's more powdery, and so it spreads more evenly through his seasoning coating than a black pepper, which is sharper and more bitter. If you've ever worked at KFC, I'd like you to chime in on this secret recipe. Did you ever see that secret recipe? What'd y'all think was in it? This quantity is for 2 cups of flour, which is about 2 fryers of chicken. So I'm going to have leftover. So I'm going to combine all this together so I can save it for later, because it was a lot of work to get all those spices out of my spice cabinet. So mix it up really good. This is going to be a trick because you're going to want to make this recipe over and over and over again, because it's going to go so fast in your kitchen with your air fryer. You don't want to be fiddling making these spices every time you make your batch of Kentucky Fried Chicken for your family. This KFC spice mix can be used on anything. It's magical. It has tested the hands of time like grains of sand. So for extra moisture, I'm just wetting down my chicken in water. And I'm flipping it. There's your 2 cups of flour that you would use for a full recipe of the KFC spice. So you can tell how many spices are in there just by looking at this quantity and that quantity. I think that's quite fascinating. But I'm just using 1 cup of the flour, like that, and into a pie pan. That recipe of the Kentucky Fried Spices ends up to be 3/4 a cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to toss it like a salad because you want to mix it up really good. And what you're going to find is the color is going to be kind of like that paprika color. But you want to make sure it's really well blended because you don't want to be a big hunk of pepper in someone's bite. I'm calling that ready. Toshiba's microwave air fryer oven comes with this. This is where the chicken's going to sit on so I can put it into the microwave. And it's right now going to be on paper towel because I know it's going to snow below it. So for a crispy chicken, I'm going to preheat my air frying function. I'm turning it up to 425, which is the highest setting. I'm pressing on, and then I'm going to give it time, 5 minutes, because I want it really hot. And while your oven's heating up, that's the time you're going to start breading your chicken. So take the chicken out of the water, and now that it's wet, we're going to roll it in the seasoning mixture with the flour. You want to coat it really, really well because you want it to be really crispy. Shake it off and into the basket and keep going. I'm only doing 4 pieces of chicken today, but the seasoning mix could have been for an entire chicken or 8 pieces of chicken, 10 pieces. And make sure in the Toshiba air fryer basket that the chicken doesn't touch each other. You want every bite to be crispy, not soggy. And a little cleanup in aisle 9. You gotta clean up midpoint. And I do a little cheat. I take some corn oil and I spray it because I find that sometimes you might get little pockets of that flour. I just want to make sure the whole thing is extra crispy. And this is probably adding only 50 calories on the whole batch because the mist is so fine. And now, this is the magic of this Toshiba microwave air fryer oven. The chicken is still frozen in the middle, and I don't want that at the end. And I was in a hurry. I only microwaved those for 5 minutes. It's gonna finish cooking the center and crispy outside at the same time. So in they go. We are gonna combination cook. So press air fry and twist the knob at the bottom till you hit the 425 because we're gonna cook it hot. You press the knob again, that's going to start it. Now we're going to get the time. And now we're going to time it to 14 minutes. And press it on again. You might have some reflection, but I can see it cooking inside, which I like. I like to be able to look in while it's cooking. It's on a turnstile, so it's cooking very evenly as it's air frying, which is what other air fryers cannot do. The Toshiba microwave air fryer oven was delivered right to my door. So this is how it's going to come to your house too. So I laid everything out on my kitchen floor because I wanted you to see how well everything was wrapped. So I unwrapped the oven in all the pieces and put everything on the counter so you could see what you get with your microwave oven. With it, you get a round glass plate, and that's going to go on the bottom of the microwave. Also, you get a bake rack and a bake tray. This is both sides of the bake rack, so you can go either way, low or high. And this is the bake tray. And here's the bake tray, and I flipped it upside down so you could see both sides. And to set up your turntable, you just put the turntable ring in. There's a turntable shaft and hub that's in the center, and the glass tray goes right on top. And it comes with a terrific recipe book that shows you how to make all kinds of recipes. And, of course, the instruction manual, the Toshiba Microwave Air Fryer Oven Instruction Manual, with all details so you know how to use it. The door has temperature-tempered glass so you can see right through it, and it's not going to shatter with high temperatures of cooking that will happen inside. And the display is really easy to read. Toshiba has made an everything oven. Besides air frying, you could broil, you can bake. There's a pre-programmed menu to make all kinds of frozen things like french fries and onion rings and chicken nuggets and chicken wings and chicken legs and shrimp and fish sticks and spring rolls and mozzarella sticks with that home fry preset menu. Wow. The combination is great because I could have baked and microwaved at the same time. It has a pro defrost function that I could have used, but I didn't, but it's right there. It has an auto menu for lots of preset items. And there's a low temperature cooking because sometimes I want my meats on a low temperature so they relax and get tender. And if you're cooking fish, it even has an odor removal feature. Of course, your microwave is going to make your popcorn for you. And a really special feature with the timer clock is if you don't want it to wake up someone in your family with a beep, 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 you just hold that long for 3 seconds and you no longer are going to have the beep, beep, beeps that tells you something's ready. That's great in the mornings. And it's so easy to use with a cancel button here and a power button here on the knob. I love turning the knob. That makes it easier for me. And in the back, this is a cooling fan, so it's not going to overheat while you're cooking. After I set it up, it's just such a great compact design. It can fit in any kitchen. I really love the size of this. It's perfect to cook large family dinners without taking up your whole counter space. The multi-functions are fabulous. Click the link and get your Toshiba Microwave Air Fryer oven. Toshiba has thought of everything to have in one small appliance on your counter so it doesn't take over your whole kitchen. You don't need a separate air fryer to save the valuable real estate in your kitchen. It's the thing for small apartments or college dorm rooms or any kitchen. It's ready, Freddie. It's sizzling hot. Oh yeah, look at that. And all the grease just fell on that plate that I can wash in my dishwasher. It smells great. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that looks delicious. And you know that KFC is finger licking good, so let's check it. Oh. Wow, that's amazing. This is the best recipe for the flavor of KFC. I've been working on it for 2 years. I think I nailed it. What do you think? And the Toshiba Microwave Air Fryer oven went from frozen to fantastic in just about 20 minutes of time. It is so juicy. The microwave did not dry out this chicken. Click the link to get your Toshiba Air Fryer Microwave Oven. I'm Rebecca Rand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is for the all-time homemade air-fried Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. And all its glory. I'm going to take a union break for lunch. If you like this recipe and want to see my past mistakes, I put them over there, and some other really good Southern favorites.